Can words change someone's life? Sometimes it might seem impossible, but it is true. When we are lost and don't know what path we should follow in life, words are often the only thing that can lead us to the right path. It is also important what words we listen to, because our choices, even small and seemingly insignificant ones, have a huge impact on our future lives. However, well-chosen words can lead us to the true, right path for us. Very often, these words are passed down from generation to generation, and such words are very important. If you are looking for your way through words, and you have joined us, we will help you find this way, and we will look for it in the most holy Christian book, the Bible. People often have doubts about learning only with words, because how is it that someone talks about something that I can no longer see, just like events and words from the Bible? The Bible tells us the nature of God. There are many claims about the creation of the world in it. It is the truth that we are all looking for, and if what it tells us is true, why not believe it? Today I will show you the verses from the Bible that changed the most in my life. They were the reason for my daily conversations with God. I started to wonder more deeply what He wanted to tell us through the people to whom He gave some of His power. Thanks to some of these words, I overcame the worst nightmares that tormented me, situations that defeated me, and temptations that almost made me despair. I invite you to read 6 incredibly powerful verses from the most holy book, after which your torment may become only tiny splinters in the depths of all your thoughts. I will quote a fragment that I read when unfortunate events in my life accumulated. In one day, my current wife broke off her engagement to me, and my boss fired me from my job. Such life moments that have probably happened to many of you. At that time, I needed very strong support. But I didn't want to worry the people around me, so I decided to see what God had to say. Listen for yourself. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. It is a source of comfort and encouragement, offering deep insight into the nature of God and His relationship with humanity. In this verse, we find a message of encouragement, strength, and divine support that has resonated with countless people throughout history. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. This opening line immediately conveys the idea that fear is a natural human emotion, but it shouldn't consume us because we are not alone in our struggles. I, in this context, refers to God, the Almighty, the Creator of the universe. It signifies a personal connection between the individual and the divine, assuring us that God is deeply involved in our lives. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. The phrase, "do not be afraid," further reinforces the idea that anxiety, worry, and despair are part of the human experience, but do not have to overwhelm us. The statement that I am your God emphasizes a deep relationship. It suggests a covenant, an engagement between God and humanity, in which God assumes the role of protector, provider, and guide. I will strengthen you and help you. This part of the verse offers the promise of divine help. It emphasizes that in times of weakness, adversity, and challenge, God is the source of strength. This strength is not only physical or emotional, but also spiritual, enabling individuals to overcome fears and obstacles. Moreover, the provision of help means that God is actively involved in helping His people in their struggles. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. The symbolism of the right hand is important in biblical symbolism. In the Bible, the right hand often symbolizes strength, favor, and power. God's right hand is a symbol of His justice, indicating that His support is not arbitrary but rooted in His moral and ethical perfection. This assures us that God's help is just and virtuous. Imagine sitting in a quiet park, the gentle rustle of leaves in the background, and the warm sun casting a soothing glow all around. You're engrossed in a deep conversation with a friend, discussing life's complexities and the power of redemption. In this tranquil setting, you might find a moment that parallels the profound verse from Matthew 9:6, where the Son of Man reveals his power to forgive sins on earth. Just as you share stories and reflections with your friend in that serene park, so does this biblical passage convey a message of divine forgiveness and grace within the tapestry of human existence. In ancient pages of a sacred scroll, these words of wisdom and grace, they flow. To know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins in this very hour. The Son of Man, a title profound. In the heart of humanity, he can be found with divinity's essence and humankind's touch. His power to forgive, it means so much. Here, on earth, where troubles entwine, where souls yearn for grace, where hearts do pine, in a world of sorrow, where sin abounds, the Son of Man's forgiveness in love resounds. Not just in heavens beyond the skies, but down here on earth where the sinner lies, his power extends to this earthly sod, to wash away sins, to bring us to God. A miracle unfolds, a moment divine, where faith and healing in harmony align. A paralyzed soul, his sins laid bare, in the presence of Jesus, finds solace and care. Your sins are forgiven, the Savior does say, before the body's healing, before the pain's dismay. In these words, a lesson profound, that sins can be pardoned. Love knows no bound. A challenge to norms, traditions that bind. Only God, they say, can cleanse the heart and mind. But Jesus, the Son of Man, reveals to all that forgiveness is a gift, a universal call. In these lines, a truth so clear, that forgiveness and healing to all are near. The Son of Man's power, a bridge to grace, in this earthly realm, in this sacred space. So let us remember this verse, so divine, in its poetic wisdom. Let its essence shine, the Son of Man's power on earth to forgive, in the tapestry of faith, in the lives we live. Imagine a close-knit family sitting around the table with the aroma of a home-cooked meal in the air. The conversation turns to recent challenges they have faced, and each family member shares their trials and worries. In the middle of these discussions, Grandpa, known for his wisdom and comforting presence, interjects with a reassuring sentence. When the room falls silent and everyone listens, the message is clear. Despite life's inevitable difficulties, there is faith that guides them through the storms. Just as this family finds strength in their shared experiences and the wisdom of their elders, this biblical passage conveys a timeless message of hope and divine protection in the face of adversity. Psalm 34:19 is like this. Many evils befall the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from all. The verse from the book of Psalms 34:19 is a source of spiritual solace and hope for those who face adversity and challenges in their lives. In these words, we find profound insights about the relationship between righteousness, trials, and divine intervention. Let's delve into an explanation of this verse. Many evils befall the righteous. This opening phrase acknowledges a universal truth, that even those who strive to lead a righteous and virtuous life are not exempt from experiencing difficulties and trials. Righteousness does not guarantee a life free of adversity, for challenges are an intrinsic part of the human condition. But the Lord delivers him from all. Here, the verse imparts a message of reassurance and divine intervention. It assures that, despite the numerous trials that may befall the righteous, the Lord or God is a source of deliverance and protection. This divine assistance is not limited to a select few challenges, but extends to all adversities, emphasizing the comprehensive nature of God's care. In essence, This verse encapsulates the idea that while righteous individuals may encounter hardships and adversity, they can take solace in the belief that God is their ultimate protector and deliverer. It suggests that God is actively involved in the lives of the righteous, providing help and support in times of trouble. The book of Psalms, in which this verse is found, is a collection of poetic and lyrical passages that encompass a wide range of human emotions and experiences. It serves as a source of comfort, reflection, and prayer for many, offering words of wisdom and encouragement in the face of life's challenges. This particular verse, Psalm 34:19, has resonated with countless individuals over the ages, providing them with a spiritual anchor during difficult times. It reminds us that the path of righteousness may be fraught with trials, but the belief in divine deliverance can bring strength and hope. It encourages us to trust in the protective and caring nature of God, even in the midst of life's adversities. It was a difficult time in my life when I was faced with a challenge that seemed too big and too scary to take on my own. It was a moment in my life when fear and uncertainty filled my thoughts, and my heart was beating nervously under the pressure of a future that seemed extremely uncertain. I remember sitting alone in my room, my soul burdened with fear. Unanswered questions danced in my head, and fear gradually took hold of me. When it seemed like I had no strength or determination left, I discovered the words of Joshua 1:9. I have read this passage many times, but only now do I understand how deep and personal this message can be. Did I not command you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. It was like a dose of inspiration and power that unexpectedly crept into my heart. These words reminded me that I am not alone, that God is with me, no matter how difficult the road ahead is. It was a moment that lit a spark of hope in me. After these words, I started to get up in fear. I realized that strength comes not only from my physical and emotional capabilities, but also from faith and trust. These words became my guide, showing me the way forward, even in the face of difficulties. The verse from Joshua 1:9 is a powerful and uplifting message that carries both a command and a promise. It encapsulates essential principles of faith, strength, and divine support. Let's break down and explain these words. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. This part of the verse begins with an imperative statement, indicating a command. It is as if a higher authority is addressing Joshua, instructing him to be strong and courageous. The command to be strong and courageous is a call to face challenges and uncertainties with inner fortitude and bravery. It acknowledges that life is often filled with difficulties and trials, and in the face of these challenges, individuals are encouraged not to succumb to fear or despair. Do not be afraid or dismayed. This part of the verse reinforces the command by advising against fear and dismay. Fear can be paralyzing, and dismay can lead to discouragement and loss of hope. The verse reminds us that, even in the face of daunting circumstances, it is essential not to let fear or discouragement hinder our progress or erode our determination. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Here lies the heart of the promise. It assures that the Lord, the divine presence, is with us constantly, providing unwavering support and guidance. This divine assurance is not bound by location or circumstance. It extends to wherever you go. It is a comforting reminder that we are never alone on our life's journey, regardless of the path we tread or the challenges we encounter. The broader context of this verse is significant as well. Joshua, to whom these words are addressed, was taking on a momentous leadership role in leading the Israelites into the promised land. The verse served as a source of inspiration and encouragement for him in this formidable task. highlighting that even in the face of great responsibility and uncertainty, he could find strength in his faith and in the presence of the divine. Some time ago, I wasn't entirely sure of my faith. Moments of doubt affect each of us, but I decided that I could not fall into disbelief. Then I remembered my father, who was a very religious man, but above all he believed in words. His favorite Bible verse was Matthew 7:7-8. It reads as follows: "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and whoever seeks finds, and whoever knocks, the door will be opened to him." I think my father is right to like this passage. It has also helped me a lot in life. And now, let's think about what it means. Ask, and it will be given to you. This initial statement emphasizes the significance of asking. It encourages individuals to approach life's challenges and questions with a spirit of curiosity and humility. It suggests that by seeking answers through asking, we open the door to receiving the wisdom, guidance, and support we require. Seek, and you will find. This portion underscores the idea that actively seeking knowledge, truth, and understanding is a powerful way to discover what we're looking for. Seeking is an active and purposeful pursuit of wisdom, and it implies that we are willing to invest our time and effort in the quest for answers. Knock, and it will be opened to you. The act of knocking represents persistence and determination. It suggests that when we encounter closed doors or obstacles in our path, we shouldn't give up, but should keep knocking. With perseverance and resilience, the barriers that stand in our way will eventually yield and open. For everyone who asks receives, and whoever seeks finds, and whoever knocks, the door will be opened to him. This part of the passage emphasizes the universality of these principles. It reassures us that these actions, asking, seeking, and knocking, are not reserved for a select few, but are accessible to all. It conveys the idea that when we approach life's challenges and uncertainties with an inquisitive and determined spirit, we can expect to receive the answers and guidance we need. This verse reflects the idea that our journey through life is not passive, but requires active participation and a willingness to explore, learn, and persevere. It offers comfort and hope by assuring us that when we take these steps with sincerity and determination, the universe, or the divine, responds by providing the answers and support we need to navigate our path. It's a message of empowerment and faith, reminding us that when we take initiative and engage with life's challenges, we are more likely to find the solutions and guidance we seek. This verse reflects the idea that our journey through life is not passive, but requires active participation and a willingness to explore, learn, and persevere. It offers comfort and hope by assuring us that when we take these steps with sincerity and determination, the universe, or the divine, responds by providing the answers and support we need to navigate our path. I remember how I once argued with my best friend. This time it wasn't my life that was hard, but his. He decided that he would rebuild his life, but I decided to fight for him. At that time I needed something to motivate me, and these were words from God's scripture: "Don't abandon an old friend." The new one is not up to par with it. A new friend is like new wine. When it gets old, you will enjoy drinking it. Sirach 9:10. Let's delve into an explanation of these words. Don't abandon an old friend. This statement emphasizes the importance of cherishing and maintaining long-standing friendships. Old friends are those with whom we have shared experiences, built trust, and developed a deep connection over time. The verse encourages us not to discard or neglect these valuable relationships, as they often bring stability, comfort, and a sense of belonging. The new one is not up to par with it. This phrase suggests that newer friendships may not immediately measure up to the depth and history of older ones. New relationships take time to develop and may lack the same level of understanding, shared memories, and trust that exist in long-standing friendships. It's a reminder not to dismiss new friends too quickly. A new friend is like new wine. When it gets old, you will enjoy drinking it. Here, the verse draws a parallel between new friendships and new wine. Just as wine matures and improves with age, so can new friendships. While they may start as acquaintances, over time, they have the potential to deepen and become as valuable and cherished as older friendships. In essence, this verse underscores the enduring value of long-lasting friendships and encourages us not to neglect them in pursuit of newer connections. It acknowledges that while new friends may not immediately replace the comfort and trust of older ones, they have the potential to develop and grow in richness over time. It emphasizes the importance of patience in nurturing new relationships, allowing them to evolve into meaningful and reliable connections. This is the end of today's teachings. I hope that the words help you in life as much as they help me. They often help you overcome bad moments and doubts. These quotes are certainly helpful, at least for me, and I hope for many of you too. Remember that life is not a fairy tale and something will always happen that we do not want, but with the support of the Bible, all these disagreements can be overcome together with God.